Hello! Right, something a little bit different today. Firstly, most people aren't going to go shopping in Mayfair because everything's sold for the recommended retail price. It is full retail, it's full expensive. You'd have to be either very wealthy or have a very strong reason to go shopping there, or just plain stupid. I'm not sure which one I am, but the staff of Lalique in Mayfair, they've been so good to me. They're just so nice. I feel the benefits of shopping my fragrances and crystals from the Burlington Arcade because of that, and that's why I'm willing to once or twice a year spend maybe 20% or 30 or even 40% more than what you could get if you go to the Bist Village near Oxford, or if you get really lucky, find something in TK Maxx or one of the rack stores. But most people aren't going to go to Lalique and buy something in Mayfair, so I thought I'd show you what you'd get. And this is what I bought for my little bit of a treat for 2023. And you can see it's a beautiful bag. It's so lovely, and they'll package it all in front of you. It's all a bit of an event when they do it. So it's ribbons tied up. They put this tracing paper in and they spray it, in this case with Plume Blanche, so it absolutely beautiful smell. And this was bought 5 days ago and I can still smell it. Oh, it's so good, so good. It is so silly. I've done this, I bought about 10 or 15 things from Lalique, and every time I get so excited when I take them out of the box. Oh yes, if you're buying anything from Lalique, always ask for some fragrance, some samples. And in my case, I wanted to get some of the what's it called? The Parfumé de Composition range. It's another very exclusive line of fragrances made by Lalique. But they gave me five samples. I'm going to enjoy them later. But here we go. There's beautiful Plume Blanche packet, and it's still wrapped in its cellophane. So let's get it off. Every box of every fragrance that I've bought, I always keep it because, well, unlike the bags, you can't really recycle them. These bags, I put gifts in when I give it to friends at Christmas or their birthdays or whatever. It's just something nice. These boxes, you can't really do anything special with them. But let me show you. Right, the sleeve comes off like that, and it's lovely quality. It's card, but it's such good quality. And then right here you have another box. Open it up and that comes out like that. So the box is arranged like that. It's a clever and lovely design, because you've got this flappy bit at the bottom. It just makes it easier to take the main piece out without damaging this box. And yeah, again, you can recycle that. You can do this. You can use this as a present, or even as a postal box. And here we have Plume Blanche 1901. Interesting, the button here is different from what's the other Noir Premier pieces I've got. This one has, if you look carefully, it's got the Lalique 4 doves in a circle signature. So I assume, oh yep, you just press it and lift, up that comes. Put the instructions back in. There we have Plume Blanche 1901. And these caskets, they are so nice and really beautiful. But Lalique being Lalique, it's the bottles that really make it. I don't know if you can see it, but the patterns here is based on a peacock's plumage. At the top there you have the Lalique 4 dove signature, and at the bottom you also have like product information, well, a product number more to the point. And I think on the box somewhere, yes, you'll have the product number. So if you ever needed to take it back, God knows why you would want to take it back, because it's coming from an official Lalique store, there will be nothing wrong with it at all. But if you needed to, then you have all the information. Very sturdy cap. I think that's plastic. The cap must be plastic, but the rest of it is glass. Now I'm not gonna try this out yet, because I'm not dressed for Plume Blanche. I'll be coming back in a few minutes and I can give you a proper review on how it smells and how it wears. So hang on a second. Right, here we go. So this is how Noir Premier makes me feel. I just feel like I'm smart, I'm gonna go out to fancy reception and I'm gonna meet some very fancy people. It just makes me feel a little bit special, and that's why I love it. Anyway, going back to Plume Blanche. So this, let me read through the description on the Lalique website. It says, glowing as a jewel, light as a feather, silky as a breeze, Plume Blanche turns the sinuous elegance of a white peacock's train into scent. I've never seen a white peacock except on TV, so I couldn't testify if that's true. But if you look at the bottle, and yeah, on the back there you can see it's got, they make a lot about the white peacock feathers. Also at the top here you can see it's got the typical the usual Lalique 4 doves motif. But yeah, let's go back to the description. The inspiration. It is René Lalique's illustration for the cover of Monte Cuyo's book Les Parents, a stylized peacock feather. that inspires Plume Blanche for its 2020 edition. So this sort of a renovated edition. The Noir Premier Falcon, which is the actual bottle, takes on a poetic peacock feather pattern, which I've just shown you, printed in white on the golden facade. The flanks of the bottle are in transparent glass, adorned with the collection's iconic cicada wing motif. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you this, but if you see along here, well, you got four sides. So if you see there, it's got what they say is cicada wing motif. It is like that. If you can't see it, it feels really nice to touch. That's a bit weird, but it does feel nice to touch. This reminds me a lot of the Illusion Captive bottle. If you see that, this design is from a dragonfly, specifically the dragonfly wing that Lalique made out of gold, so out of glass. It's a very famous famous piece of jewelry. But yeah, yeah, on the side here you can see in black cicada wings, cicada wing patterns. So that's what we have on the Plume Blanche version, but you don't have the black coating, so it's not easier to see. Anyway, back to the description. Right, the fragrance, the notes. You got top notes of mandarin and violet leaves. In the heart notes, you got almond leaves, cardamom, jasmine, pink peppercorn. In the dry down notes, you have benzoin, heliotrope, musks, patchouli, tonka beans, and white cedarwood. A bit more on the description. Radiant violet leaf, zesty cardamom, sparkling mandarin, and vibrant pink pepper add a pop of colour to this iridescent accord in the top notes. With its cinnamon and vanilla facets, benzoin resin brings its golden ivory tones. An ebony backdrop of smooth tonka bean and patchouli makes this opalescent palette even more radiant. So just go ahead, be proud as a peacock. Well, I'll be the judge of that. So, okay, let's spray it on. Ooh. Yeah, I can smell the... Well, they say in the heart notes you get the pink peppercorns, but I'm getting it right at the top. But the violet leaves and the mandarin definitely there. And now the jasmine's coming through. I can't really smell any almond leaves. But I've noticed that on my skin, the Noir Premier range acts a bit strangely. I'm not entirely I'm still learning on how to wear these things. But Keith from the Fragrant Life says that Plume Blanche, even though it's unisex, all three of my Noir Premier range are deemed as unisex. Plume Blanche sort of leans more to the feminine side. He's right. This is not an old woman smell, not a young woman smell. It's more middle-aged, anybody over 30 really. But yeah, it's even so, I'd wear this. However, something that my friends at Lalique told me is that you can, because the Noir Premier range was made by the same person, you can mix them to create a unique fragrance. Oh. Now you got the sweetness and the delicacy of Plume Blanche mixed with the spiciness of Illusion Captive. That's me. That's very me. I like this a lot, and that's why I wanted to buy this. And obviously you can get it online at cheaper places. You can go to the Bicester Village, or Bicester Village as it should be called, near Oxford, and get a discounted version. But I pay full retail, because over in Mayfair in London, the staff at Lalique have been so good to me. They're just so nice to me since 2020. They always give me somewhere to sit down to take my medication, even though most of the time I'm not buying anything. So I feel welcome there, and that's the sort of customer service that I aspire to myself. So once a year, twice a year, I'm happy to pay full retail for one thing or two things. And full retail on Plume Blanche, like Illusion Captive, is £230. That is so much. It is just so much, but it makes you feel special. That's what I like about the fragrance world. Women know this already, but men ignorant men like me, we're only just starting to discover that it's a whole world of fragrances. I think they call it olfactory world. It brings out something different in you. It makes you feel special, and in a world full of darkness and depression, we need to get every moment of happiness we can hold on to. Right now it's summer. It's not hot today, but in France, where I was a month ago, it was 30 degrees, and these ones, Noir Premier range, it'll be too much. This is more of a spring, autumn or winter fragrance, especially if I combined Illusion Captive and Plume Blanche. For me personally, I'll always adore Lalique. However, the Noir Premier range, I've got my fill. I've got three types: Plume Blanche, Illusion Captive, and this one, Rose Royale. And as you can see from Illusion Captive, I've made quite a bit of a dent in it. In fact, I've taken out over a fifth. So that's in 2 years. Sorry, 3 years. No, it's about 2 years worth of use, Illusion Captive. So this is going to last me a while. The next range from Lalique that I'm going to be starting to buy will be the les compositions parfumées range, which is a little bit more feminine rather than unisex, but there's stuff in it like oh gosh, what was it called? There's the plum version, and there's electric purple, which is the one that I've got my eye on for reasons I'm making another video. And there's an amber version. There's lots of different versions. They're not cheap either. They're part of Lalique's signature range. So when I start collecting them later this year, hopefully, or to be honest, probably next year, I'll bring it out and I'll show you what I'm doing with them. But I've also got another one that called Insomnis, which I bought, and that one is very good and very surprising because it worked all the year round since last year. So I'll be making a video about that. But anyway, Plume Blanche 1901 by Lalique. If you can, give it a try. Bye.